Greetings again, everyone, wherever you are in the world right now, listening or perhaps listening after this recording. So today we turn our attention to the third contemplation about our mortality. And this one in particular, I think might be a little more challenging perhaps than the other two, and the first two about old age and sickness, because in many ways we experience aging. We feel our body change and shift, whatever age we're at. We are more in tune, in touch with the shifting nature of our bodies. And sickness, of course, we all experience sickness. Childhood, adulthood, colds, so we have a visceral feeling, we're in touch with the experience of sickness. Death, however, we don't have a first-hand experience with this body dying until it happens, and then we're not here to contemplate. So it's more of a stretch. We may have experience with other people dying, loved ones, people we care about, or if we're in professions whom we're in touch with death. However, to contemplate our own, for our own ego to contemplate its own demise is really challenging, and there's psychological resistance actually to doing it. And one way this is beautifully captured in a story in the Hindu epic Mahabharata, where the wise person Yudhishthira is asked, "What is the most amazing thing in all life?" And the wise person answers that a human seeing others die all around him never thinks he will die. It's pretty amazing. In many ways, we know we're going to die. Yes, we know, of course, we're going to die, but knowing that we're going to die. And this observation that Yudhishthira made is actually very crucial. This observation, it's an amazing observation, because humans, we are intelligent and rational creatures, and yet we think we never die. We live our lives as if we're going to live forever. We know we're going to die, but we live as if we're going to never die. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen way sometime in the future. Oh, not now. And again, excuse me, really sitting with this practice right now, the time of the pandemic. It's more profound. These reflections are more profound, and especially now, to share with you in Northern California, and I see many people also commenting on YouTube. There are wildfires where I'm sitting. I'm smelling smoke right now. As I was guiding the meditation, there was a fire truck. There are ambulances driving outside. We never know. We never know. We never know. So with this contemplation, making peace, observing, contemplating, knowing, facing our own mortality has many benefits. And as some of you already know, this topic, Maranasati, mindfulness of death, is one of my favorite topics to teach about. And I've taught retreats, 7-day retreats, day-longs, various lectures. So if any of you are more interested on audio Dharma, there's a lot more resources available, and also on my website on Mindfulness of Death. So just to say a couple of things to support our practice with this reflection today, which I like to invite you to really take with you close all day today. One of the benefits is that facing our mortality, as I mentioned earlier, referred to, it brings up what's called samvega, which is spiritual urgency. So the sense of life is short. How do I want to spend my life? As the Buddha says, the days and nights are relentlessly passing. How well am I spending my time? The days and nights are relentlessly passing. How well am I spending my time? And research suggests that even though we may have certain goals and values, the way we want to live our lives, but we actually end up spending a lot of time, excuse me, a lot of time doing things, for example, watching television or surfing the web, or things that are not exactly aligned, not proportional. We spend an inordinate amount of time on things that are not aligned with our values. Spending some time to relax, of course, it all makes sense. But and this problem is called the misalignment problem. That the way we live our lives tends to be misaligned with our values, the way we show up. Maybe an important value for us is generosity of heart, letting go. Maybe an important value is kindness to others. And maybe that's not how we show up. But if we realize our time is short and we really don't know when we're going to die, that yes, we are going to die. Of course, I'm of the nature to die, and don't know when it's going to happen. We have no idea. We might have images assuming, we'll be whatever in our 120 years old on our deathbeds. But who knows? Who knows? Who knows, really? Really, deeply, deeply, who knows? Living this with a don't know mind. To support us, to waking up, to support us, to live more fully, more presently, this precious, precious human life. So this reflection can really awaken us into our preciousness, the preciousness of our lives right here, right now, and also to make peace with what is going to happen. So when we are on our deathbeds or in an accident, there is not a sense of horror. We can actually be calm and approach this experience with awe, with mystery. We have no idea. There might be something, there might be nothing. It might be beautiful, it may not be. We just don't know. But if your mind is calmed and free, expecting the inevitable, it's a gift. It's the ultimate gift that you're giving yourself and your loved ones also, because you allow them not to have to take care of you in your fear and your terror. And similarly, if you've made peace, if you faced your own mortality, then you can really support your loved ones in their passing, because they don't have to take care of you. They don't have to emotionally support you and be worried about you. They can have a sense of peace. You offer them a sense of peace, to be in their own process of transitioning, whatever it might be. Don't know mind, really holding it with a don't know mind, no expectations. So this reflection, this third reflection, is we can spend days, weeks, months, years with just this reflection as a practice towards waking up. And Maranasati, there are many specific practices for death, for mindfulness of death, towards waking up. So for today, with this topic, my invitation is that we embrace it. We embrace this reflection as an enlivening, as one that actually supports us in our waking up during life, and also waking up during the moment of death, to be prepared for it, to let go gracefully into death, and perhaps into deathless. There are teachings about waking up to the deathless, to nibbana. That's another word for it, another translation. Deathless is another translation of waking up, nibbana, awakening in the moment of death. So this is a very rich contemplation, and the invitation today is to keep this reflection close with you. Both feel your sense of aliveness, vitality, and I am of the nature to die, to sense that you are going to die. You've not gone beyond it. And when and how it happens, you have no idea. But one thing is for certain, we're all going to die. And it's just part of life. It's part of the grace, the mystery, the impermanence of being human. Coming, offering our gifts to the world, offering our gifts of awakening to this being that we're the steward of, and then passing on. So keep this reflection alive with you, feeling your aliveness, and also the mortality. As Carlos Castaneda says, keep death on your shoulder as a wise advisor. And today, maybe you will choose to have a memento mori. Actually, you can simply take a post-it and write, "You're going to die," or "I'm of the nature to die. I have not gone beyond it. It's inevitable." Whatever words work for you, and put the post-it somewhere on, you can see your fridge, your monitor, your bathroom mirror. Really bring this reflection in with you. It is so important. This reflection. It's been a major part of my practice, Buddhist practice, mindfulness of death. And I bring it into my reflection, into my life every day. And I feel most alive, most aligned with my values when I'm aware of my own mortality. That time is short and I have no idea when I'm going to pass. So this is a challenging, juicy, wonderful practice. And I'm so grateful that you're joining all of us today, the whole Sangha, in taking this practice with you. So it's 7:45, and I have one question for those who are still here. I'll ask again tomorrow. There is an option to have a group conversation on Zoom on Friday after the fifth contemplation, for us to discuss these contemplations together in community and meet. And I would be happy to host that if there is interest. So if you may be interested in discussing these contemplations and delving in them a little more with others, please indicate that in the YouTube chat. Say, "I'm interested." So that I just get a sense of how much interest there might be to host one or not. May you be well, may you be safe, and may you have freedom and be awake. Take good care. Till tomorrow.